Hey, Sid, would you consider maybe going to Toronto?
That kid's gonna be a savage one day,
Oh, he's
bro.
gonna be great.
He's like, that's why you hate him so much.
Love it or hate it.
Trade deadline's coming up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Talk That Stick. Father Paul, how's it going?
Not too bad, buddy.
How's it going, CJ, fella?
Not too bad, brother. Just been living the dream, living the vibe. Got landscaping going on. Nothing too much.
How's your guys' week?
Been a week.
It's definitely been a week. We're constructing the new roller coaster at the Playland. So anybody who wants to go check out the roller coaster,
Are you for real?
yeah, we built that. Well, we
You
didn't
didn't
build
build
the
the roller
roller
coaster.
coaster.
Didn't
Buddy,
build
I
the-
am not going.
But hey, if you like a plant that's placed around the roller coaster,
if
you
you
can thank this
dumbasses
guy.
built that roller coaster, I'm never
I'm
touching
never
it.
riding.
I'm never touching it.
Dude, you gotta try. It looks cool, dude.
Buddy, I'd
It
rather
does
go.
look-
I'd rather go on the wooden roller coaster, like absolutely out of my mind, backwards with no seatbelt, than going to anything you guys built.
You know when they built that roller coaster, the wooden one?
Like,
80s?
Can you guess?
75.
No,
82.
59.
No.
Yeah, dude. 1959. That thing.
So
It's the oldest roller coaster in Canada and North America as a whole.
That's
they've definitely done
bananas.
like work to it. Though.
Also, hey
Yeah.
guys, fact check this guy if he's wrong. But also, I've ridden that thing. That sounds right.
That's crazy, right?
Every time you go, like you creep up and you drop on that thing, like you're falling out unless you're locked in.
There's
Like,
that.
my
Okay,
feet-
so you go down, right? You come down. You start up. You go up a few times. You come down. There's that one stretch where you're buzzing. You're moving.
yeah.
Like you're running pretty good, and then they have that one little bump that just knocks out of your seat, and then you go up and it slams you back.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
bad.
the first time I rode that shit, I was like 7 years old. My dad like lied to the person. He's like, "Hey, he's coming with me."
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
tall enough. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. He's like, putting,
What's the worst
Dude,
that could happen?
bro? He put candy bars in my shoes.
Oh yeah.
to be taller.
Yeah, dude. My dad was a G like that. So yeah, so we
A G.
Put
So-
candy bars in my shoes, and that was my snack later. Just melted foot-smelling candy bars.
buddy.
Good.
But if you have not had a sweaty Snicker, you don't even know what you're doing.
Sweaty,
A sweaty Snicker. Anyway,
sweaty snick.
so we go on the roller coaster, and I'm like, he's like got me like the side of my hoodie, like so I'm not like flying out.
Yeah.
And we go up and down, right? We go up and down to that one part where it's like it's a little bump, so it jumps you like this.
Yeah.
Stick here, and then it like goes up, so it sends you backwards and up and down. So I go up like this and back like this, and I'm like a little kid, so I'm
Yeah.
flying out. I remember going up like this, looking over and seeing the car 2 cars ahead of me.
Yeah.
Like that's how happy I was, and I got like yanked him on like my hoodie. He's like, yeet, pulls it back down. I'm like, I'm never touching this thing ever again.
All right, guys.
I
welcome
guess
back
that's
to Talk
why-
That roller coaster.
Yeah.
Over here.
I guess that's why they have like height and weight like limitations.
Oh, you
in their shirts.
think?
Like there's a reason they have a safety
Oh,
thing.
Yeah, of course.
dude.
It's fine.
It's amazing.
It's all good though.
Hey, man.
But no, I'm glad you guys are doing well.
I'm
I
glad
had
you're
a-
alive.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't die at 7 years old on a wooden roller coaster made in the face.
dude, it only happened a couple years ago. So.
Still 7 years old though.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad you guys had a good week. So, Battle of Alberta last night.
Yeah.
It was
Bro.
buzzing. It was buzzing. It was the first one since Matthew Tkachuk left.
Electric.
Everybody, like, take a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one since he left that had an actual Battle of Alberta feel.
Yeah.
You got Nazem, lights it up like 2 minutes in, scores
Yeah.
right away. And I had a feeling, I'm like, man, Stu is just off his game this game. You know when Stuart Skinner is going to be straight ass. You just know. You can just tell from the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
He's a very capable 1B. I don't love that. Very capable. I didn't say great. Very
Yeah,
capable.
He does the job.
1B.
Just like-
Well, and how old is he? He's 24?
no, he's like 28.
No.
Yes.
Somebody fact check.
Hold
that. I
on.
thought he was a young goaltender.
But yeah, like he is. I feel bad.
I'm
that-
saying 28. Any takers?
24.
I think 28,
25. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Alright.
that's what I said.
25.
Yeah.
You were wrong. You said 24.
Well, Buddy looks 40.
Okay.
He looks 40.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It's goaltending has steadied for the Oilers, but
Right.
it's still like not a strength. But do you need a strength if you can win a game 6-3? But they didn't, though,
They
didn't they?
No, they actually lost the game.
They lost-
6-4.
6-3.
6-3.
Yeah,
I
see,
think.
that's
So-
why I said 6-3.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny about that is Evander Kane, that little
Rat?
I was gonna go off on him about his past, but
No,
That's
I'm better than that.
That's fine.
I'm better than that.
Redemption.
You know, him and Corey Perry. That's all
Oh,
that needs to happen. That's all that needs to be said. You know, that's like the Edmonton Oilers is like the parole team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the other team is like, we'll forget your past. Just come to us for league minimum. We'll help you out. You know, like just come play for us.
And granted that it works.
It
Like,
does
they-
work.
they like when they got Kane for like league minimum. What was he signing? His
$9.25.
$9.25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a dude that like I don't
Was
know.
at the time the only good player on the San Jose.
I'm gonna say his first year in Edmonton. What did he get? 25.
He was on pace for like 48 goals. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Gross.
stupid.
Gross.
He was playing with Dry and McDavid. So
Yeah, gross. And like honestly, the perfect fit
Oh yeah.
for that. Like Evander Kane, the person don't care, the player nasty.
Great
Well,
player.
it was good for me because I got to watch my team. I gotta say, Blake Coleman's got dog in him.
Yeah.
He's got
Oh.
dog in him. I think he fought Ekholm last night.
Yeah.
Just put
let's
that
go.
together.
Let's go.
A guy who's like this tall. Blake Coleman's like 5'10". Buddy, he pumped him.
Yeah.
Like he got hit a good 6 times. I'm like, huck him, and like, I'm like, yelling at my TV because I'm so amped and like, Anna's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So because she doesn't have that with Anaheim, it's always like, oh, it's LA versus Anaheim.
They're a soft team.
San Jose and Anaheim.
They're a skilled soft team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what when I say soft, I mean
But the battle-
skill.
The battle of the Alberta is like truckers and like oil workers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
And
kinda-
that's that. You're right. Like that is the term battle of Alberta is a fantastic term. It hasn't been that since that playoff series. Where
Yeah.
Mack and Chuck
And
and Gaudreau were still there.
this was the first
That
game
had
that
it.
felt like it.
That
Yeah.
had it.
There was fights. There was high scoring games. Lots of penalties. Dude, most of the game was played 4-on-4
Yeah.
from getting both thrown in the box and like chirping or like after the whistle shit, right?
Gnarly.
And it was great. There was like it was 6-3, 2 minutes left. Nazem's going for a line change. Evander Kane walks up and double arm cross checks him in the chest. Just puts him down. He gets booted out of the game. It was great. It was a really good game.
Love it.
Huge game for you guys too.
Oh,
I know,
dude,
I know you guys aren't like looking for to get into playoffs.
Dude, the
but
way we're playing
at
lately,
the-
like
at this point, it's like if you
You
make
know?
playoffs, you make playoffs, right? Even
It's-
if once you sell Hannafin and once you get rid of Tanev and all those boys.
Markstrom's been stealing us games though.
Oh, for sure.
And the thing is, which is crazy, is like we just beat Boston for the second time.
Yeah.
Swept the season series. We just beat Winnipeg for the second time. Swept the season series.
Big dogs.
You know, we beat all the New York teams except for the Rangers, which was a close game. And then we got pumped by Detroit and San Jose.
Isn't it
That
weird?
hurts.
Isn't it weird that you guys beat the teams that you should lose to,
And then we
you
lose to the teams that we should stomp.
Yeah, I think that's a little weird in that
The
regard.
San Jose game, Dustin Wolf's not NHL ready.
No.
That proved it. And I don't like. He's a great goalie. He will be fantastic
be.
one day.
Yeah.
But right now, they called him for San Jose. He's just not ready.
San Jose.
It's San Jose.
But
He's just not ready. And
To
that's
San
okay.
Jose's credit, they hear everybody saying what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's San Jose.
This
So they like they're still professional athletes.
Oh yeah,
They
and
still have passion and fire. They don't want
To
the
be
number
San
one
Jose.
draft pick.
and
They don't want this. Their goal is the Stanley Cup. Every player's goal
Yeah.
is the Stanley Cup. So yeah, like if the more you shit on them, the harder they're
the
gonna work.
motivation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were not good in the beginning, and
Awful.
then they're
It slowly picked up here and there, then dropped back
slowly
down.
picked
And
it up.
See,
Yeah.
and the
They're
thing
not
with
going to be good, but they slowly picked it up.
the
Yeah.
thing with San Jose too, like any one of these Twitter guys that are out there, like anyone on San Jose would pump.
oh,
Like
easy.
one of the Twitter guys out there,
Oh,
that's
they
like,
would pump all three of us. No
oh,
problem.
exactly. Paul's like, not me.
No,
I'm scoring on black with a wheel.
we could go 3-on-1, us three versus pick, and don't say any names, but pick the worst player on San Jose.
Yeah,
They're
Anthony Duclair.
destroying us.
Anthony Duclair's
They're
nice.
so nice.
He's
That's
nice.
the point. He's the
dude.
best player.
Granlund?
Okay.
You could say Granlund, but anyways, that's besides the point. He's right though.
Tomas Hertl.
Yeah, 3-on-1, dude. They're
Doesn't matter.
pumping anyone,
Doesn't matter.
and like I'd take them
Professional athletes.
right now. I'd take them over Chicago. I mean,
I'm
not
not taking them over Chicago.
future wise, not future
Bubble
wise.
Bedard, buddy.
Yeah, he's nice.
Dude, he came back with some like, not to like switch it up, but like he came back with some like ferocity, man.
Oh, man, he's chirping goalies.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
chirping goalies, he's chirping
So
refs,
sick.
he's laying hits.
So
like,
sick. Let's
he's-
go.
And the one thing that I saw, I don't want to glaze this kid too hard because like, although he's from Vancouver and like I'm really happy for him and he's doing really well.
Yeah.
The league loves this kid
Oh, yeah.
so too much.
They
Too much.
need a new Sid. They need a new.
But dude, they didn't do this to Sid or McDavid.
No,
Like,
no.
Sid,
They
no,
did it to
Sidney-
Sid.
Sid was
They
quite a
did
bit.
They
Because
did
he was a
not-
golden boy.
Which,
Not- yeah.
which they should have. But yeah,
Well, at the time when McDavid came in the league, so Sid was still like he ruled the roost, right?
Sid. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I noticed,
Yeah. Yeah.
dude, Bedard, man, like there was a thing where he went off. I guess they got the play went offside. He dangled out the goalie. I think it was Corpusalo, roofs on him, whatever. They call it off, and you can see him looking at the camera, all like choked.
That was like his fourth called off goal.
Oh, and
the
the last 2 weeks, it's insane.
insane.
And then later that game, he snipes one, and then just doesn't sell you with his team, just stands there and looks at the goalie. I'm like, that kid's gonna be a savage one day,
Oh, he's
bro.
gonna be great. dude.
Yeah.
I
So
love that.
Do you
I
take
love that.
Do you take him over McDavid in
No.
the end?
No.
No?
I
I
don't
take nobody over McDavid.
I don't take anybody over.
Coming from a Calgary fan, as much as I hate this guy, no one will ever be better than him.
He's gonna go down as the greatest.
You will.
Especially as a Calgary fan. That's why you hate him so much.
Bro, he's abused my team. He sent away my favorite player. He sent away Gaudreau. He sent away, like...
ruined Markstrom's confidence
Dude,
for a
he's
year.
perfect.
And you know what I find funny about that? They did not play Markstrom last night. Markstrom has not played the Edmonton
Yeah.
Oilers since that series.
I'm not-
Really?
And dude, if you last year, the year when we played them in the playoffs, okay,
Yeah.
he was a Vezina runner-up. He had like a .945 save percentage that year. It was something stupid, right? That I remember texting you because we used to play you guys. We beat you 4-0.
Yeah.
You guys had 48 shots. And we had like 22.
Yeah.
Games like that, he stole for us, right? Like, and I remember, I'll never forget it. Like, Johnny Gaudreau doesn't forecheck. He's waiting on the wing. McDavid comes up down the center, snipes on Markstrom, wins it in overtime. And for some reason, I had a feeling, I'm like, this is the end of the glory days for Calgary, they're done.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling the way they skated off the ice, the way their post-game interviews went, I'm like, this is done.
You know what I love about this guy is he's like it's an end of an era for the Flames.
But
and
they
hold on
had
one
an era.
sec.
I
one
know
sec,
what you're going to say.
One sec. What fucking
What
era?
What
dude?
era?
What era? You guys made it to what, the second round? I'm sorry, but there's no era here.
Okay,
If
but
you want to say Aginla, when he retired, when
Oh.
he left the Flames, and then the team started to bust down, yeah, that's an end of
dude,
an era.
that's the same kind of era that the core five had, though.
But you didn't do
They
anything.
were the core
If-
five.
If Calgary beat Edmonton
Yeah.
in that series,
Yeah.
it would have been a motherfucker.
Oh, they probably would have gone to the top.
I think they would have beat Colorado. I honestly think they would have been a better fight against Colorado.
Better
Who-
fight, yeah.
Who knows? Better fight at the very least.
Yeah.
Better fight.
Dude, I don't know how that series went wrong. We pumped them the first game. We pumped them for the first 2 periods of the second game. And they came back and won, and then it was just all Edmonton. They walked it. The
Bad.
last game where we lost, they
Yeah.
called
Bad.
no kicking. That was a really good game, and it's just I don't want to go back. It hurts too much, boys. I'm gonna be real.
Moving on.
But no, like Markstrom the year after was so bad, but since then he has not played Edmonton. They won't play him against
That's
Edmonton.
crazy.
His
That's
confidence is just shook right
I
now.
actually kind of like that they do that.
No, it's true though. Like Vladar plays well against him because they're not in his head like they are
Yeah.
Markstrom.
Yeah.
And I also I think they want to keep his trade value really high right now. And if he goes out against Edmonton, and does absolute shit,
Interesting.
it brings it down. When he's been playing really good first lately, like he's got I think last week he was one of the first stars and he had like a 939 save percentage all week.
Well,
Yeah, so pumping trade value is important because honestly, the Calgary Flames are the destination for trades. Like the
Yeah.
trade deadline's coming up, and it seems like the Flames have the best of every option.
oh,
Yeah, best goalie, best D, best.
Well, dude, even Coleman, that can fetch you back.
I
a nice
don't-
piece.
Bro,
I know.
don't
You
want to
don't.
get rid
You
of
don't
him.
get rid of him, but how old's Coleman? He's in his early
Oh,
30s,
yeah.
later 30s.
It's his contract though.
Yeah,
You're
of course
not
it is.
trading for
No,
that
I know.
contract.
What's the contract at? 4?
4.5.
Yeah. See, ooh,
He was money in
Ooh.
Tampa,
That's
but
tough.
when you
But this year though, he's playing.
How many years left?
3.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you're not getting rid of Coleman.
But you got a lot of guys that are excellent trade candidates for sure, and that's the sign of I don't even want to say a bad team because it doesn't seem like Calgary should be bad, but a bad team with good players, and who else are we looking at on the trade market that is valuable? Look at these Zegras. You think Zegras is getting traded?
I do.
I've
think he's
heard
getting traded.
Montreal.
I've heard Montreal a lot. Actually,
But
yeah.
that's insane because they have a surplus of young talent.
Yeah.
And at this point, bro, I think he has too much ego. I think he thinks that he's way. I think he thinks his shit stinks way more than it does.
Because he popped young. He
Yeah.
popped
He did, but
immediately.
he's very marketable, and he thinks
Yeah.
like, oh, like I can do whatever I want. I'm Trevor Zegras.
Yeah.
It don't work like that, man.
Well, he's easily the most marketable player in the league right now.
Man, he was a cover,
I wouldn't even
cover
say
guy,
that right now. I would say
cover guy
last
for
year,
NHL
yes.
23.
Yeah,
for a
even
reason.
last year you could say it now, but dude, kids are popping mishies like it's no tomorrow.
But that is because of him.
Zegras.
Yeah.
And
He influenced the game.
you have
Dude,
no
I
idea.
would hate to be Svechnikov. He's like,
No,
because he did it
I know
first.
he did it
He's
first.
like, what is it?
No,
You
right?
know? He's
But-
pissed. Like,
Dude, imagine in 10 years, dude, what the mishies gonna look.
Mishies. Like it's not even Zegras
Those
isn't even known for
backflips.
Mishi.
Yeah.
It was the Mishi pass.
Yeah.
to Sonny
Michi-
Milano, yeah, that was
And
insane.
Sonny Milano now gone from that squad.
We
but
had him.
Yeah.
We had him.
it's fine.
Just let him.
It's
It's
fine.
fine. We Luch
But
way
also,
better.
like, how's he doing in Washington?
Yeah.
Not great.
We gave up one of our best prospects to Washington too.
So who would you say is the top 5 trade prospects of the entire season? Because 3 of them have to be on Calgary.
Honestly, it's Hannafin, Markstrom, Tanev,
Yeah.
and then Mers Lincolns because he wants
Because he
out
wants out.
because he
He
wants
wants
out of Columbus.
yeah.
So right, and the goalie market this year is huge.
Man.
Everybody wants a goalie right now, right?
Not wants.
Needs a goalie, right? You got
Needs.
how many teams you got? You got the Devils need a goalie,
A number
right?
one.
Number one, Devils need a goalie. LA definitely needs a goalie.
Yep.
You know who I think it's traded?
Who?
Fleury.
Yeah, well, that's a great one.
Because
dude.
Minnesota's
He
been playing
doesn't-
good hockey lately, and
Yeah.
Fleury
I
he wants a cut, man.
I will no.
I think he wants one last
I
cut.
think he just
no,
wants to be happy.
No, what from what I've heard, he absolutely loves the boys in that locker room
Oh,
in
yeah.
Minnesota. He has cups.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be that guy that plays on 5 teams in the last 5 years of his career.
Yeah.
Like I think he honestly just wants a home and wants good guys around him, and that's what he deserves because he's a fucking legend.
Dude, Fleury
Yeah.
to me is like one of my favorite goalies of all time.
He's my favorite goalie of all time.
And I like him more than Mika Kiprusoff, and that's saying something because
that's
that guy-
crazy.
Exactly. I love Marc-Andre Fleury. Flowers, he's goated to me.
well, he's just like one of the best personalities.
Yeah,
too.
he's-
You'd love to have him.
He's
on your
my
team.
he's my 3rd favorite goalie.
Who's your other two? Lou and
Doug
Schneids.
Go.
Lou and
Doug
Schneids.
Go.
Luongo,
Yeah, number
number
one.
one.
Yeah.
Number 2, Dominic Hasek.
Holy,
Oh
buddy,
yeah,
dude.
that's right.
Just
Dude,
because-
Luongo needed a haircut, bro.
What do you this
On his paycheck, maybe not his
Yeah.
flow.
I mean, you have the same hair. As
Yeah, but
he
mine's
does.
yeah, but I don't look like a Lego character. Mine's not glued to my head. His was like he pulls out a comb. Like if it's on the offensive end, he's like, and the helmet's off. He's like,
Dude,
lose the shit.
"Oh, it's coming back, boys."
So, but yeah, going back to that though. So Mers Lincolns though, right? Obviously, it's goalie market's huge.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, he is.
He's
got
a goalie.
bro,
He's a
bro,
goalie.
He's
He's
a
a
goalie.
goalie.
They're
Dude,
all
have
weird.
you heard the way he talks, man? Like he's got like he's I'm bringing out the animal. I'm like to do what?
No, that wasn't him. That
It
was
was.
that was the what's his
That was
name?
Merzlikins in
No,
Columbus.
it was the Buffalo Sabres goalie.
no.
Yeah, it was. They said I'm going to bring out the beast,
Hey,
and then it
Guys,
went everywhere.
doesn't matter. He's a goaltender.
They're all weird.
You know what's weird? I actually thought he was really good at one point. And
Why
he
you
looked like he had a
have
huge
to be
future.
mad?
Why you have to be mad?
That's just yeah.
Was that
So,
Bryce Glove?
no, I think that's. Oh yeah, it is Bryce Glove. Yeah,
Brizgalov, whatever.
Brizgalov is insane. It's Brizgalov.
yeah, it is
You're
Brizgalov.
one of those.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, come
You're
on.
one of those.
And then after Mers Lincoln's though,
So,
like,
Kissel,
you gotta go. Who are you gonna go? Jake Gensel.
Jake Wenzel.
But I don't know about, like, it's just hit one today.
Yes, they did.
Like, when do you pull shoot? When you have locked in your core guys, when you have Sidney Crosby, Mount Rushmore legend,
Speaking of Sidney Crosby,
do you pull shoot? Yeah. Cool.
do you guys think he stays?
Do I think he stays?
Yeah.
Of course I think he stays.
I think okay. As a Penguins fan, I don't want him to stay, but do I think he's going to stay? Yes, and the reason why I don't want him to stay is because favorite player, right?
Respect.
Of course. Respect, love him.
Go Chase.
I hate to see him, I don't know if you've seen him after games. When he loses, he's pissed.
He takes it.
Yeah, he
He
takes
takes
it
it on his
personally
shoulders.
because he's a winner, right? And he's 36 years old. He's looking around at the rest of the guys. It's like, come on, Malkin, like step it up. And even though Malkin, like we were having this discussion a couple days ago, remember? We were looking at his points and we're like, oh, like he's actually not doing that bad. But that's the problem is he's not noticeable anymore.
Yeah.
He's not putting the puck in the net like he used to. Granted, father time is undefeatable unless you're Sidney Crosby or LeBron James
The only
or like those
person
kind of
ever
guys.
undefeated
Joe
is
Pavelski.
Joe Pavelski, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, I would love for him to go to a team like Colorado
Yeah.
just because
spark the youth in him.
Well, it would only be
it would-
Colorado.
it would
But
only
I
be-
also don't think that's a thing because who's his mentor? Who is his number one guy?
Lemieux.
Lemieux.
And
Lemieux's
how many
not-
teams did Lemieux play for?
Play for one.
One.
Yeah.
One Crest, Penguins all day. Crosby does not leave Pittsburgh.
See, but
I think because
Yeah.
of his love for the game, and he's vanilla, but he's also just the heart of heart, greatest sweethearts. He's not leaving Pittsburgh. He wants a cup, but he doesn't want it for him. And I don't think he's ever wanted a cup for him. He wants it for the city. He wants it for his teammates, obviously for him, his parents, whatever. But he's unselfish. So
Yeah.
he will not, unless they come to him, and that's insane to do that to.
No, they already have. Dubas has already talked to him about
He's
it.
talked to him about
He's
it.
talked to him about it, and Crosby has said that he wants to stay and he
Dubas.
wants to try. I respect the fuck out of that,
That takes
dude.
balls.
It takes balls,
That takes
man.
balls.
Especially coming in your first year.
And you're younger than
Yeah,
him.
you're younger. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're younger than him. You have the balls to come into.
He's
Are-
like, hey, Sid, would you consider maybe going to Toronto?
Yeah. He tries to
Hey,
get
Sid,
everyone.
take a pay cut, though. Leave me a good referral, buddy.
No, but like I said, like pie in the sky dream here.
Yeah.
I know we've all talked about this before, right? Like a Bowen Byram, a first, a highly touted prospect. Colorado doesn't have much, but maybe a mid-tier prospect. You throw in a second, and then you know what? Give us Jonathan Drouin. I'm fine with that. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's the
Yeah.
best you would get from Colorado, right?
Yeah.
But and Bowen Byram, he's what, 22, 23?
He'll bounce back.
Exactly.
He'll bounce.
The
And
thing is,
Pittsburgh's
he'll be fine.
biggest problem is they can't score on the power play.
Yeah.
Their defense is horrendous. Tristan Yari, he's actually a great goaltender.
Yeah.
He's streaky as hell. Streaky as hell. Last year, you could argue he was probably one of the worst goalies. But if you look at his numbers this year, he's number 10 in goals saved above expected, which is not bad.
No,
as a starter,
top 10.
Top 10,
You're
it's
fine.
not bad.
You're fine.
So it's not Yari. It wasn't the goaltending last year at Casey DeSmith, because now you see Casey DeSmith thriving
Minus
Minus the Minnesota game.
Minus the Minnesota game.
That was a football game that we watched there.
Exactly,
Like,
right?
That was minus that. But that's one game.
Exactly. So it's obviously wasn't the goaltending. The defense is consistently bad. Graves signing him to a 6-year contract
Mm.
was ridiculous.
Mm.
Like that's why I'm a big believer, and you I think you are too on this. Like I do not like this 8-year
I
contract.
do not like a
I
long-term
think,
contract.
dude, I think 5 should be the max.
Well, the problem is sometimes it works beautifully.
oh, 100%.
Like, did Jack Hughes sign max
Jack Hughes
term?
had long term. Yep.
Yeah.
That's already looking amazing, and you think he's not going to get better? That's perfect. And like Pedersen's not having the best time, but we signed him to a bridge, and if we had him for 8, we could have locked him up for 8.5, 9, like a Miller like contract, and that'd be spectacular because the kid's gonna demand 12 and a half, 13.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but if we had signed him instead of signing some bad contracts, it would have been good. So
Mhm.
like it's a risk. Like, yes, you're gonna end up with guys like Pierre-Luc Dubois,
Huberdeau. Right?
like whoa, yeah.
I mean, dude, like I'm sorry, but
It's
that's
true,
the,
though.
that's the
It's
biggest
true.
one, right?
It's true.
Like,
$10.5 million.
but that's what I'm saying. Like And then you get guys like Auston Matthews. Love his contract. Hate it because it's so high. But what did he take? 4 or 5? 4 years.
4
That
years
is,
at
dude. You don't think
13.5
he's going to
million.
come back after?
And
once
makes
and-
16 million.
Dude,
He'll
that
make
is
16.
so smart.
Yeah, he's very smart. He's a very, very smart
Well,
player.
his agent's very smart.
But
Yeah.
like, dude, to bring it back, right? Of course. But Ryan Graves, he's 27, I believe. You signed him for 6 years, and he was like, he's known as like a defensive defenseman, and his numbers have been gross. They're bad. They're
Yeah.
terrible. Pittsburgh as a whole is terrible, and it sucks to see that. And I hate seeing Sidney Crosby the way he is and how depressed he is. He's as centers, he's third in goals for centers.
He needs to go to a team that
he's-
can play with him.
He's 10th overall for goals, which is insane. Have you ever
Legacy.
seen a 36-year-old do this other than Pavelski?
Pavelski, yeah.
Like-
that guy, yeah. And Yager.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, Yager
Yeah,
too,
like
right?
modern era.
There's outliers. But
Yeah.
that's it. But like to bow this up, Sidney Crosby does not leave.
No, he doesn't.
He does not leave.
Well, speaking of Auston Matthews, a good point that I just thought of. I know he's obviously doing the Rocket Richard. He'll probably win that trophy 10 times.
Oh,
Like it's insane, right?
Yeah.
And he'll win that. He'll win that. The one thing that he is going to be always battling with McDavid with is the heart. But when it comes to the heart this year, who deserves it more than him right now?
McKinnon.
Pooch?
Yes,
McKinnon?
Cooch won't win it
Cooch
because
won't win it.
just because of the team. But McKinnon, I think dude, McDavid's not that far behind McKinnon and
Yeah, but-
Cooch.
dude. Lily Matthews is winning games for Toronto by himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's scoring at a rate that's like it's insane, man.
yeah.
And if he continues this, like he could pass Ovi, he could do all these
He
things.
will.
I think
if
he
stay
will, man.
consistent, like it used to be before Matthews, even when Matthews was popping off for 40 and stuff, you're like, oh wow, this kid's nice. But it was a general consensus that like, well, the best goal scorer that has ever lived, sure, this guy's with more goals, whatever, is Ovechkin. Like it's easy. And that, if you want to argue that, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not here to say Ovechkin isn't
Mhm.
the greatest goal scorer to ever play the game. But somebody that's knocking on that door is Matthews. And if he keeps this up, it's 100% with a bullet. Matthews is the best player in the world at putting the puck in the net.
100%. But then like McDavid, right? Obviously best player. McKinnon.
Okay, yeah, McKinnon is the one who would be challenging him.
No. But like the difference between I think McKinnon and Matthews is I love how Robin always joins the pod.
Robin.
Anyways, so McKinnon, right? Matthews, he can pass a puck. He's got 26 assists,
Yeah,
right? Like
he scores and that's
Hey,
it.
like
I don't want him to pass.
no, of course he
Shoot
can.
it!
Of course.
Shoot it!
But
it's
McKinnon-
gonna go in.
McKinnon's like that. You know, he's got both.
Well, and he also
he's a more
just
complete player.
destroys people. He's fast as fuck. Like yeah, like
McKinnon's more
they're
valuable
just
to me.
different players.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
just yeah.
I'm talking this year, right?
Yeah.
This year. But like, so you throw to like Matthews on a Colorado, like that would be sick.
That'd
Like,
be stupid.
It's also team too, right? Like team also comes into
Everything's
play.
well, that's why it's such a polarizing award, because you look at these guys that are doing so well, but it's supposed to be the guy that is carrying his team. Like I don't care. Like if Matthews was in Arizona doing what he does, but Arizona's in 26th place because they would obviously be a bit better.
Yeah.
Matthews is the MVP.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't matter if you're up in the standings. It should matter
Who's the most valuable?
valuable to their team.
Yeah.
And although Toronto isn't like tippy tops, I don't think he's the most valuable to the team. With Nylander, with Marner, with the way they're rolling, it's just disgusting what he's doing.
Well, and like I don't hate it. I think Matthews definitely could do it. I'm a McKinnon horn dog for him, so I think McKinnon still ends
player.
up.
You want that
making it.
Nate Dogg in your Nate Dogg?
Dude, I would love some Nate Dogg and on any team, but anyways, on my team especially. But
When it
Yeah.
comes down to most valuable players, like that's one thing. Most valuable fans, the Green Men are back. The little bandwagons, they've been gone for like 8 years since you guys were like not good then.
we've been bad for a long time.
But since 2011, they were like,
Look it
that's
up.
when they were known.
No,
Right?
that was it. That was it, dude. The trolling Vince Vaughn and everything was so fun, and I think that just speaks to the vibe in the city of Vancouver.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Vibes are back, dude.
traffic,
Vibes are
drivers,
back,
everything.
rides are
Everything's
back.
terrible in Vancouver. One thing I'm very much looking forward to is the flags on cars. Everybody's like letting people in. You know, if you're driving, what?
Say it.
I just like, oh man, I like how he's like, I'm looking back to like the flags on cars, the people thing, and I'm like, and I'm looking forward to like rocks through windows and like cars on fire and like SWAT teams and like tear gas.
A riot joke.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, how original.
Wow.
But you could also look forward to the Boston Pizza switching over to Vancouver Pizza.
The Shark Club changing their name. Like, it's just the vibes. Like, I honestly feel like people are nicer and kinder to each other. Everybody's happy. There's a buzz, and like, whether or not you're a Canucks fan, you can enjoy the buzz.
Yeah.
And that is something I greatly look forward to, man. Just the energy. Let's go. And the Green Men are kind of the poster boys for that positive, fun, silly energy
Right.
that we had when things were good.
Mhm.
And things are good right now.
It definitely brings back some memories.
Oh, it
too.
definitely brings back. I remember like Doughty in the box always getting all like bitchy and stuff. You got like Shea Weber, Nashville. It was always good when having Nashvilles in there.
Nashville,
The Eggo waffles. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
stuff.
they brought them back. Yeah,
Nashville tried it for a little bit too. Remember the Yellow Men?
and they had like the PK Subban thing with the bilingual coach and like the big posters and
Fantastic.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
great.
good time, man. I'm
Top
happy
tier,
that.
top tier trolls, Sully and Force.
Well, do you think
Welcome
they're back full
guys.
time, or do you think they're only back for like the one time only?
I don't think it's gonna be like at the time they had those premier beside the penalty box seats. Maybe the Canucks and whoever owns those seats for a playoff might throw them in there for vibes. But I can also see like this is a different team. This is a Patrick Alvin team.
Yeah.
This is a Rutherford team. I don't know if I think they're very business-like.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't want the distraction because the Green Men. I didn't see everything of them, but I saw that they weren't at the penalty box. Were they?
They were.
Yeah,
Were they?
Yeah, they were.
Man, I didn't watch the game.
You know what I hope they bring back? The Johnny Canuck videos. Do you remember those?
The
big
lumberjack?
Snapshot.
Yeah, the lumberjack dude. It's like, we're gonna ruin the Bruin.
That being said, though, the Canucks in the past like 2 years or so, they've done like some Marvel intro videos. Like
Yeah.
their
The
production,
lightning one. Yeah, I've seen them.
dude,
Yeah.
their production value on those are like electric. Like,
Great marketing, man.
super entertaining,
Yeah.
dude. Having them all being like superheroes and busting out, like, that's fun, man. And that's what it should be, dude. It's a kid's game that adults play for millions and millions of dollars, and I yell at the TV every second night.
And I
But
put my remote through my drywall. Like, yeah.
Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
but it's about fun. That's
Yeah.
why we do the pod. That's why kids get into hockey. That's why they get good, because they love it and they're passionate. It's about fun, and the Green Men are fun.
Yeah, as a whole, that's what it comes down to is like fun, passion. You know, just don't take it so serious.
Yeah,
Vibes.
it's vibes.
For vibes.
Vibes.
Plus, like, dude, when somebody goes to the box and then you got the Green Men doing an upside down
Handstands.
handstand, on
Yeah, they're all like
Dude,
with the signs.
you don't think that gets to the?
Oh, it does 100%.
Dude, and the boys are buzzing. You know when they see
Like,
that, of
Oh,
course.
Yeah, dude, it'll mess with you.
Yeah.
You already feel great shame for being in the
Great
penalty
shame.
box.
Great shame.
And then you got this clown in a green onesie
Skin
upside
tight
down,
spandex.
and behind him guys like
Putting his ass
throwing
in your
upside
face,
down.
like-
come on.
He's already. You're
Come on,
already.
you're gonna look. You can pretend like you're not looking. You see it.
You know what they
yeah.
gotta do
You
though.
see it.
You're getting a pee wag.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
it'd be pretty cool though. Like one thing I wanted we should talk about the PWHL.
Oh.
They have to do a version of that for the PWHL,
That'd be so
Oh,
fun.
like
that'd
the
be
pink,
great.
like the
It could be pink. You could say pink
or purple
or
or blue.
blue.
Who gives a shit?
Purple's my favorite color.
Like the
Same.
color. Who cares what color? Let's say for Toronto it could be blue or Ottawa could be red, whatever.
Yeah.
But they have to do like maybe not guys could be a little bit weird, but maybe like girls. I don't know.
Whatever.
It wouldn't be weird.
Whatever.
Guy, because you want to know something? The PWHL is not for women. It's for hockey fans.
Exactly.
They are an electric league. It's so fun.
It's
dude.
really
Look,
fun,
dude,
man.
it's
They're putting up numbers. That's
putting
similar
up
to Toronto.
numbers. They
Yeah.
snipe.
Like as NHL league.
Yeah. Well, and dude,
So
you
sick.
you just saw last week they broke the record for the amount of people they've had in the stands. It was
Mhm.
like 19,000. I don't know the exact after that. I think
Yeah.
it was like 200 something.
I don't think it's a fad.
But that's impeccable. Dude.
I'm really happy
Like,
for
yeah.
not only I will say for women because like
No, for women,
100% because there
Women.
is women out there that are
Dude.
so fantastic skilled, but I'm happy for hockey as a whole.
Dude,
Definitely.
not only that, like,
It's just more for hockey
dude,
to watch.
like
more hockey to watch. Let's
it's
go.
great because now with like me, if I have a daughter, right, I've always wanted my kid to be like a hockey player, right? And then women growing up like 10, 15 years ago, a lot of women decided not to go into hockey
Because where are they going to
because
go with
there
it?
was no future, right? Now there's a future
Yeah.
for women's hockey,
Yeah.
and now that we're seeing the production, now we're seeing that it's pretty fucking successful. I am so happy for that, and it's great for women. It's great for, like you said,
Yeah.
hockey fans
Hockey.
as a whole, because without women and men watching that, like we
Right.
don't have a game.
We can talk about goats of the game,
Yeah,
and obviously you're gonna say like your Lemieux, your Gretzky's, your whatever, but like Wickenheiser,
Wickenheiser
Cool.
Marie Philippe Poulin, like
and
goats.
Sarah.
Sarah Nurse.
Let's
She's good. She's great.
Amanda Kessel,
Amanda, oh dude, she was great,
Let's go.
man.
Amanda Kessel.
Amanda
like,
Kessel.
Rebecca Johnston.
Did
Yeah.
you know that Phil Kessel and Amanda Kessel are like they're sisters?
What?
They're
They're
sisters.
sisters. So
Oh, they're
honestly,
related.
I wanted to start something here though, guys. It's like I want to, because we don't cover it enough, and I'd like to start covering it enough.
I'm down.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, and I know you boys are down too. I'm personally taking Toronto. That's my team, boys. Who are you taking?
Minnesota all day.
Yeah.
Minnesota, like, obviously Canadian hockey. Let's go. Four Nations Olympics. Let's go. But man, Minnesota's a hockey town.
Oh, of
and,
course.
and their colors are amazing. I'm taking Minnesota.
Who are you taking?
Ottawa.
Do they have an Ottawa team?
They got an Ottawa team.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Just be that guy.
I thought they didn't have an Ottawa team.
They'll
I have-
expand too.
Yeah.
Like this is just
Well, I
how-
mean,
Hold
if-
on,
if
do
we're-
they have a Calgary one?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I don't think they do.
I cannot wait until
Vancouver,
gets
dude.
one,
I'd be
because locked
buzzing.
in,
Oh
locked
yeah.
in. I'm going to at least. I go to maybe 6 Canucks games a year. It's so expensive now. I would go to half a dozen to a dozen.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing about the PWHL that I don't
So
appreciate.
do they have an
Yeah.
Ottawa team? Yeah. Fuck me.
I was like, you had me like thinking. I'm like, I know
Wait,
there's
no, you definitely. Yeah.
The only thing about them that I really don't like is all the uniforms are very similar.
Yeah.
The colors, and I think that's too like. There's no personality.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind, first year.
There's 6 teams,
They launched it because it needed to happen this year.
Yeah.
So they
They
will
have
get
time to
branding. They will get proper logos and stuff.
And dude, who knows? They might switch to. You saw Spit and Chicklets. Shout out to Spit and Chicklets. Is the cage thing too, right? One of the best interviews, dude.
Sarah Nurse.
Yeah, Sarah Nurse, one of
What
the
a
best.
beauty.
Yeah, such a beauty. I loved
Saying
her.
she doesn't want to hurt this pretty face and shit.
And dude, I respect it.
You are hilarious because if it and there's going to be some sexist people that chirp on that, but there's dudes out there that if they said that, they're like, oh, it's hilarious because it's fucking funny.
Yeah,
And she's gorgeous and a beast on the ice.
yeah.
And like I got messed up teeth from getting cross-checked in beer league.
You should see the bruise this guy has just from hockey.
Oh,
alone.
gigantic
It's-
bruise.
Pretty gnarly.
Bro,
It's
like,
gigantic.
What, this big right now.
It's pretty big.
But anyways, back to that. Sorry, I wanted to bring
Yeah,
that
like
up.
like that's another thing is the personalities in women's hockey are it's hockey.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of negative hockey culture. We don't need to get into that. But the positive in hockey culture is the humor, is the camaraderie, like any sport, any locker room. Like and that interview with Sarah Nurse was
it
like
was great.
like I'm a Canucks fan. Love Brock Besser. He was also on Chicklets. Shout out to Chicklets. And he he got a little outside of his shell, but he was a hockey guy.
Yeah,
A lot
he's
of
gonna
times,
give the basic hockey
if they're not
answer.
retired, once they're retired, they let it fly.
Yeah, they don't care. What do they? They don't give a
There's
shit.
nothing to lose. But when you're in the game, you kind of give whatever responses. Sarah Nurse was a personality.
Yeah.
And like amazing listen, amazing talent. That's what we need more of, and we're gonna get more and more. Like Wickenheiser and everything, that was 10 plus years ago.
Crazy.
So now you can have a 10, 11, 12-year-old girl who looked up to her
Yeah.
and who is now developing skills
Yep.
that are just she'll be on a team with 18 guys, maybe 2-3 girls, hopefully more and more girls, and
Yeah.
they're going to be torching the league.
So should we make a little bet on this or what? Like I got Toronto winning it this year.
I'm probably gonna.
I'll throw my money on Minnesota.
I'll throw some money on not Minnesota. I'll throw
Yeah,
some.
you should. You should.
I'll
Let's
throw
go.
I'll throw some money on Toronto. I don't know what place Ottawa is in. I don't think they're doing well.
It's more or less just to be different.
Yeah,
I
that's
just can't,
fine.
I
You
can't support the same team.
you can pick Ottawa. That's fine. But you
Well,
want to bet money
either
on Ottawa?
New York or like Montreal.
I think it's New York that's probably going to end up winning it. But I'm not a big New York guy,
Yeah.
regardless of anything.
You hate the Rangers with a passion.
I hate the Rangers,
Hate
but
the Rangers. What do you think of the Islanders?
hate them.
I
don't hate them.
I don't-
That's
like
That's-
I
you-
think
you
they're
said
just
it
like
up.
There's
you
empty.
know, like when you go when speak like not to bring basketball into this, but you got the Los Angeles Lakers, staple franchise,
and the Clippers.
and then you got the Clippers.
Yeah,
That's
I feel you.
that's
I feel
what the Islanders
you.
are like.
Madison Square Garden, and then some fucking shack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what the Islanders are like to me.
That's
So
why
like,
Tavares left.
yeah, exactly. Like get over it. Like come on.
Yeah,
Where's your jammies?
Yeah. No, but dude,
Goudreau left you.
but dude, I would love.
sorry, I'm so sorry.
I would love absolutely.
He needs to- walk it off.
Just leave the pod. Yeah, I'd love to bet some money on Toronto
Oh.
winning it this year.
One last thing. Did you hear Did you hear about the Pedersen contract thing? Did you hear about it?
About rumor boy, he's going to Chicago.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
that's old.
No, that
that's not
Pedersen is not going to resign Vancouver because they suck.
No, that's all of that's
I was more or less just kidding. I don't like. No one really cares. about Vancouver anymore.
everything's nonsense. Like Pedersen
He's gonna sign.
in the beginning of the year said, "I don't want to talk about it in season," because his last contract, he struggled because it was a talking point,
Yeah.
and him saying, "I do not want to resign," or not do not want to resign. I do not want to talk about any negotiations during the season. Now that's become a talking point, which is what he wanted to avoid. You're playing in Vancouver, buddy. You're a 100-point player. You're gonna get talked about all the time. I'm sorry.
Regardless.
No, it was more or less just like trying to like chat some shit to your team. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. But like
But it is a legit thing, though.
Yeah.
he'll resign.
Yeah.
He'll resign.
Well,
Are you trying to convince me or convince yourself?
but in devil's advocate here, like if you guys didn't make playoffs, I don't know if he would have
If
resigned.
we were last year, the year before,
Yeah.
the year before, the
I
year
don't
before,
think
the
he
year
would've-
before, the year before. Yeah, maybe not. And honestly, I wouldn't even blame him
Yeah.
because you're getting media scrutiny on top of being absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
But this Canucks team, and I don't even think it's like, yes, okay, tops of the league where Canucks are playing great.
Struggling the last little bit here, but
Struggling a little bit. Yeah.
aside from the Boston game, which was
slowly goes.
electric.
We'll see how you guys play afterwards.
Yeah, and that's all irrelevant to me. I think a key factor is Rick Tocchet
what? Yeah.
giving a standard, saying like, we do this. Anything below that is unacceptable. We are this type of team. If you don't buy in, you're gone.
Yeah.
Buying out Oliver Ekman-Larsson, shedding a lot of contracts, signing guys, and trading for guys who are specifically designed to do what is on the dotted line. Like, sign here, this is what you are. This is what it is to be a Vancouver Canuck.
Yeah.
We haven't had that since since 2011, 2012. Like,
Yeah.
since the Sedins.
It's true, man. It's true. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. My dream is that Vancouver and Calgary play in the first round, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll see what happens.
I mean, it could happen. You
The
never
way
know.
Calgary's playing hockey right now, it could happen.
Good.
I mean-
That last place.
And with the way Conroy is, sorry to interrupt you here,
I don't know.
but yeah, like with the way Conroy is, the way we've talked about it for so long here, the Flames they're not just trading away people to just get picks.
It's not a rebuild.
Exactly. Like you're trading players to get players back, and like Kuzmenko got demoted to the fourth line. You were saying,
Promoted to the fourth line.
how do you feel about that as coming from a Flames?
So
fan?
he was on the fourth line. So are you talking about in Vancouver or when he was in?
Well, we traded him to you, and I told you he'd be nice with it, but there's a reason why we got rid of him. It's because Talk didn't trust him defensively. So he comes into the Calgary squad, snipes a couple beauty goals because that's what he does. And also, like, since you've had him, the interviews,
Being fantastic.
how much do you love that guy?
Oh, he's
I
awesome.
told you
He's
love him.
awesome.
He's so charming.
Oh, he's great.
They ask him, like, what do you like better, Calgary or Vancouver?
And he's
He's
like,
I don't understand your question.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my god, he's so money.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
for the league. But there's a reason why Vancouver had to let him go. Is because he couldn't play the
He is
system
not.
that I
He
just
is not a
talked about.
two-way guy.
He's not.
But he's been playing well with our system. But the biggest thing that guy gives us, he sparked Jonathan Huberdeau.
Yeah.
Jonathan Huberdeau is over a point per game since we've had him.
There you go.
Another 2 points last night against Edmonton. Like we really traded Elias Lindholm for Huberdeau's past and Kuzmenko. So I like Kuzmenko a lot. The personality he brings. He's a little like I don't really trust him defensively, but that's not what he's there to do.
Do you know what would be an absolutely insane line? Kachuk, Gaudreau, and Kuzmenko.
Yeah, because dude, Kachuk,
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
Kachuk
have
could
been a
hold
piece?
Kuzmenko down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then Lindholm slots down on the second line for
Yeah.
Calgary back then. Like,
What could have been?
I
Wow.
was thinking what could have been crazy.
Kuz would have been 26 too.
Yeah.
But,
Imagine Kachuk and Huberdeau and Florida together and be traded for Barkov.
yeah.
No, Barkov is just too good, man. I don't
But
think.
if you look at their stats at the time, like Huberdeau's,
Yeah, but
Huberdeau's been inflated though. to
I
be
think
fair.
Huberdeau
Oh.
got inflated because of Barkov, and I know he wasn't always on the same line as
No.
as him.
But hey, that along those lines was Gaudreau inflated because of Kachuk?
Yep.
100%.
So
because people had that
it's
people,
chemistry.
No,
Yes.
exactly. People said that because that year Kachuk, Gaudreau, and Lindholm best line in hockey.
It's so sick.
Statistically, everything it was great.
It's so sick.
It was
And-
good, yeah.
and
The only
everyone's-
line that might be better is the perfection line in Boston.
And the only line that might have been better than that
Don't even
was,
say it.
was the
Don't.
HBK
Oh
line,
my
right?
god, dude. Bonino.
So,
So,
anyways,
everyone said that. Oh, well, Gaudreau had more points than Kachuk. Gaudreau was setting him up constantly. But what's funny is when they both go their own separate ways, and they both go their own teams.
Who's thriving?
okay, wait, hold, wipe it back a little bit. You're comparing Columbus to Florida?
Yeah,
No.
one's playing with Patrick Laine and one's playing with Sam Bennett.
Yeah,
on a line.
that's the thing. Is yes,
Yeah,
on the whole, Florida's a better team.
A wagon.
but at the time they
But-
weren't even that
but
much
you
better.
you stack a first line, and your first line
Okay, but like
should be good.
Line
Everybody else can suck.
yeah,
Line A can bury,
he can.
and
But
you know who can dish? Johnny Gaudreau.
I just
When on the day he signed,
yeah.
I was like, why Columbus? Like, I get family stuff, but he went there, and the expectation, like when he first signed, I thought,
playoffs.
Gaudreau and Line
That's what I'm saying.
that's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Like Line I don't know what the hell happened to him. Obviously,
Besides the
personal
stuff.
aside.
Besides
I mean,
that.
as a player on
On
the
the
ice,
on ice
On
stuff,
ice.
yeah.
he's been up and down, but that tends to happen with these sniper type scorers. Shots go in, shots don't go in. But like, if Johnny Gaudreau is dishing you the puck, that seems like a recipe for success. And then you get all-star Boone Jenner on your team as well. I gotta
I
represent.
know you gotta.
I feel like
know.
for every pod for the rest of our lives, we are going to say all-star Boone Jenner.
Oh, it is. It's Boone All-Star
Star Jenner.
fucking Jenner, man.
But
But-
like I don't know who the third would be on that line, but if you just on paper or you're playing shell at home and you put Goudreau and Laine together, the recipe for success, and it just hasn't happened.
Well,
Okay.
the thing was too, but everyone was trying to say that Johnny created that line's success,
Yeah.
and that he created Matthew Tkachuk's success because the year before they didn't play on a line together.
Mm.
They played on a line together for like I think the last 10 games of the season, and people saw the chemistry then. And then they started cooking, but at that point it was too late.
Yeah.
So that line was insane, and then when they both went their separate ways, everyone's like, "Oh, well, Kachuk's numbers are inflated by Gaudreau." But if you look at what they were doing and the way they were playing defensively, offensively, everything, it was Kachuk inflating Gaudreau's numbers.
Okay, so I'll concede to that because I definitely I that was the discussion, but I think as a hockey fan, as you knew, like as a Flames fan, I'm pretty sure you would have known too. Like, come on, that Kachuk was always going.
He was always going to be the better player.
No, he was going to be the better player in Florida, and Florida, hate it or love it, but a team does do like the team around you. He's on a better power play. He plays the PK. Does he not?
Kachuk?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
He doesn't.
I'm pretty sure he does
He
sometimes. Somebody fact check me.
He does not play on the PK.
But anyways, he plays on a way better power play than Columbus.
Yeah.
Oh, then no.
What do you
Okay, I
mean?
thought you were
Yeah,
saying
of
then when
course.
they were in Calgary.
Yeah.
That power play was just
Well,
insane.
especially this
better than
year.
Columbus for sure.
But yeah, way better than
Way better
Columbus.
than Columbus.
So the
yeah.
team, like, hate it or love it, you can disagree here, but
No,
I
it's
definitely puts in a factor. Yes, you just said it yourself. Fucking Line A.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the next guy? Who's the next guy? All-star fucking Boone Jenner? But then you got Sam Reinhart, fucking Verhaeghe.
Well, hey, you can't just say, and you got Sam Reinhart's popping off.
That's what I'm
But he
getting
was
at,
not
right?
popping off
No,
then.
he wasn't popping off then,
He
but
was
now,
not.
but now, right?
He's gonna get 8 sheets.
Exactly.
Like, it's
so,
insane.
but yeah, Sam Reinhart,
Yeah.
Carter Verhaeghe.
Verhaeghe's
Fuck,
this-
you could throw in
So nice.
Evan
Oh, yeah.
Rodriguez. He's
Underrated.
I love that.
Yeah, he's
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Nice with it.
great.
Love him.
Like, dude, Evan Rodriguez would probably be a first-line guy on Columbus.
Ooh.
Maybe second.
You know what?
You can
I'm
say
saying
second.
at least second.
At least second.
At least second. You
He's
could
playing
throw
on the
him
first line in Florida right now.
There you go.
And also, like, lines are everything. Like,
Of course.
I have more experience with the Canucks, so I will reference them yet again. Take a drink every time I mention the Canucks. Like Niels Höglander, AHL, then fourth line. Now he's playing top line. I don't know. What's the PD and Miller line? They're interchangeable.
They
But then you
jump
got
to one and two.
Mikheyev
Top
and
six.
Höglander. Like, it isn't. You need a stud center
Yeah.
to make a top line. You need a stud winger,
And then
and
a
then-
Chris Kunitz type.
and then a Chris Kunitz and Alex Burrows,
Yeah.
like a guy that does the job
Yeah.
to facilitate for the other guys.
Yeah.
And it would seem that it can't be that they're missing that random third piece in Columbus
No.
with Goudreau and Laine. It's just Goudreau has
He's
I
regressed.
don't know. And Laine again get well, but like on ice hasn't been himself
Since Winnipeg.
since Winnipeg. And like what's going on? I thought Columbus would. I'm not saying they're a playoff team, but we're not that far removed from them sweeping Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We're not that far removed, and in my opinion, they've gotten better personnel
On paper, too.
on paper.
Yeah.
And here they are. Like, what?
Yeah.
If you-
the hell? I feel so bad for. And Columbus has excellent fans.
Yeah.
They pack that arena.
Yeah.
Like, they show up,
Yeah.
and they're just not a good team. And I want them to be good.
So-
because that's an sorry.
No, go on.
That's an unoffensive team.
Yeah.
Like when Chicago's good, I'm like, oh, Chicago, great. Boston, whatever. Montreal, Toronto. And hey, you can hate the Canucks. I agree. When Canucks are good, you're like, oh, great, the Canucks. Who hates Columbus?
It's such a
They're just there.
No,
If they won
exactly.
the cup, like when St. Louis won the cup, I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's different.
It's different.
It is.
Like
It's a fair
good
point.
vibes. Like way to go.
So if you're Columbus, right? Put your GM hat on right now.
All right, it's on.
Right? You're trading Merce Lincolns, obviously. What do you do? What do you do if you're Columbus?
Trade Johnny Gaudreau.
You can't.
Move to Hartford.
Okay, but
The Hartford Whalers.
that would be nice, though. That'd be nice.
Their jerseys
Are so
sick.
nice. Did you hear? I want to come back to this Columbus thing, but speaking of the Hartford Whalers, did you hear about that? Because you know how in Carolina they do the Whalers.
Yeah,
nights,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
A lot of people were saying like they don't like that because it's like it's not the team.
Well, it would be. Shit changes, dude. Winnipeg went to Arizona, and then Atlanta went to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Winnipeg has a team again. They
Yeah.
can use whatever logos they want. Arizona, if they want a real throwback jersey, it would be Winnipeg, but
Yeah.
they can't because Winnipeg. It doesn't matter, dude.
No, it's
Mm.
and it's
I
vibes.
just like seeing that sick Hartford Whalers jersey.
100%.
I don't care who's wearing it.
exactly.
Like, let's go.
And it's like you said, it's a great jersey. But sorry. Back to the GM hat. What do? Do you trade Kent Johnson?
No.
Do you so you keep him?
Absolutely.
You can't trade Goudreau.
You can't trade
can't-
Gaudreau.
there's no
You
way-
can't trade Laine.
You could trade Laine.
You'd have to retain.
You'd have to retain. So
And do you want to? I'm,
And Laine
sure,
has
I'm
got-
sure he has term.
yeah, I was just gonna say I think he's got 2 left.
I believe after this season will be one more. So
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually
too.
not bad.
It's not
actually.
bad.
You know
So,
what? I
Mar-
retract my statement. You can trade Laine.
Okay, so and then what do you get? Who are you trading Mers Lincolns to?
Edmonton.
Anybody who wants him because he doesn't want to be there.
Is he a starter?
No.
No, but does
So he
he?
doesn't go to Edmonton.
Okay,
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Who's like if they use Stuart Skinner and Merzlikins, that's enough. It's
What's up?
enough for
Yeah.
them to get through.
That is enough.
and
And
I know this
low
is
price.
Yeah.
a weird it's Vegas Golden Knights. Was Aiden Hill what their 4th or 5th string?
That's true.
Depth in goaltending, depth everywhere. But having a guy like Merzlikins in your system, whether I don't want him starting,
No.
but having him around,
Yeah.
he can win. He can go on a streak.
Yeah.
He's talented enough to go on a starter like 6-game win streak, and that's all you need. That's all you need.
So so you get rid of him to Edmonton, right? And then
Or-
we'll just say Edmonton, of course, but or any other team that wants him.
Yeah,
You're keeping Kent Johnson. You
Yeah.
have to keep Gaudreau because you can't trade
it's
him.
untradeable.
It's untradeable, unfortunately.
Should be Calgary.
Laine, you could
I
get
could
rid of.
see that next year, maybe not the off season, next year's trade deadline at a retain.
So
That's actually really nice for any
yeah, so we're,
contending team.
so we're talking blow it up because that essentially that's what you're saying, right? Because you realistically you're only keeping Gaudreau and Kent Johnson, and do you keep Werenski?
I would try and keep Werenski.
I would try to.
Get rid of Provorov.
Dude, like
It's hard, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Columbus on paper
Who's that one?
should be
better.
good.
Who's that
They
Russian?
should be good.
The Russian winger that they have.
winger.
Yeah, I saw some stuff about him. He got called up, and then he started doing like all these crazy goals and shit in the shootout. I can't remember who it was though. It was like I don't know, a couple months ago.
Yeah, honestly,
I'll find it and
Yeah.
send you guys the link.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that? What's his name? Rempel?
Oh,
In Deloitte?
Oh, Rempe in New
Rempe.
York.
Yeah,
That kid can
Bro.
hawk him, bro.
Yeah.
He's got Chara like reach.
yeah.
Bro, Delorier is a dog.
Yeah.
A
He fed him.
veteran
He fed him,
motherfucker.
and that he's 18.
Yeah,
That kid fed him, bro. He's gonna be a monster.
Dude.
monster. I cannot. I'm so jealous. Where did this kid come
I
from?
want him
Yeah.
and Wi-Fi to fucking have a tilt.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
that
be
would
fun.
nice.
That'd be
That's-
fun.
Somebody's getting hurt.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Somebody's getting hurt.
speaking of dogs, Adam Ruzicka.
Adam Ruzicka, yeah.
Ruzicka. Boys,
I totally
How-
forgot about that.
how I'm sorry, how embarrassing.
Dude, it's embarrassing that. So I found this out
Last
late-
night,
It was.
I
it was-
texted the group chat.
Yeah, no, I found out about it the day before. So I
heard
didn't want to really address it because it's one of those touchy things.
It's
It's
so-
touchy, but it did.
But it needs to
absurd.
be
It's
talked about.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for the league. It's embarrassing. I'm not even being this because I'm a fan. It's embarrassing for Calgary
It
because we
is.
drafted
It
him.
is.
Yeah,
We vetted him. We worked with him a lot, and I have a feeling they knew about it, and that's why he got put on waivers.
well, yeah, no, Arizona.
They terminated his
Terminated his
contract,
contract,
but I
yeah.
had a feeling because Ruzicka was like one of our top line guys last year for a bit.
Yeah, okay.
And it just seemed weird that
Okay.
threw on waivers.
Okay.
It seemed weird, and I'm like,
Wow. So,
I'm like, I don't know.
maybe they didn't know the exact issue, but there was character issues.
well, no, I'm not saying they knew that he was doing cocaine.
But it
I'm
was
saying,
character issue.
but he was playing so bad, and he was. I heard he was being bad in the locker room.
Ugh.
I heard he was actually he was talking a lot of smack about Daryl Sutter. It
I
came
bet a
out,
lot of players behind his
Yeah.
back were talking shit about
Except
we
for
have-
Toffoli.
but no, he said I heard a report that he said the reason Kachuk left the Flames because he wanted the captaincy, and Daryl Sutter wouldn't give it to him because he was too young.
Yeah.
That's I can find the link. I can find the article. That's out of Ruzicka's mouth in this offseason,
Really?
which is from shit that happened over a year ago.
The-
And I think they wanted to move on from him and like get him out of there. And
Yeah.
maybe that's why Arizona. I give him credit because again, like a lot of people wouldn't just be like, okay, you're done. Maybe okay. To be fair, he's not like a super high end guy for them. So,
But also this isn't
new,
like there's video evidence,
dude. How you gonna?
It's,
He has a plate right there
it's
with
insane.
it. And
There's
everything.
it's inexcusable.
He deserves what he gets, man. He deserves what he gets.
It sucks. I like it. He deserves to get his contract terminated. But then again, second chance, third chance. He deserves another chance. But like,
I think he needs to get clean, get
It's-
help.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the thing
Yeah.
is too. Like he's young, and he parties, and I guarantee you, there's a handful, 2 handfuls,
Probably
a bucket
100 other guys.
a bucket full of NHL players
yeah,
who were having a better night than he had, and they just didn't film it.
yeah,
That's where I think like I'm not condoning drugs, but like you're young, I get it. You're making an excellent paycheck.
yeah.
You're having a good time. But by the video, like he was like alone in his kitchen.
Yeah, he looked like he has a problem.
That looks like a problem.
That was not social, man. That was,
And we talked about it on last pod. Get him into like I don't care if his contract's terminated.
get him in the
Treat
players
him like an NHL player. Get him help
in the program.
because he deleted his Instagram,
Yeah.
started a new one, and profusely apologized.
Yeah. So speaking of, he deleted his Instagram, made a new one, apologized. I don't think it's gonna reach out to everybody because the thing I wonder was like, if you make a new Instagram as a celebrity, who's gonna know that's your Instagram? It's like how many fakes or
It's easy.
yeah, that's gonna be a him problem. I hope he gets the help he needs. Maybe get him in the player program. I don't know. But speaking of life, we have our own lives to live here. So unless you guys can think of anything else, I think we should probably wrap it up. And
I'm good, brother.
Pretty good, man.
yeah,
Like I said, every pod, love it or hate it, but I keep liking, keep subscribing, keep pushing that P, and boys, you will see us a lot more on the street and in your sheets. So please,
Hey, fucking scrap all of that.
no, that was so
you,
good.
you
Leave it.
did, you did such a good job. I was like, where's it go? Oh, okay. What the fuck? You didn't even say keep talking that stick. You got caught up on saying love it or hate it. You got caught so you're like, I have to say love or hate it. I have to say it.
Why
Then
did
you forgot to say
why did you
toss
say-
that fucking stick.
Why did you say we'll see in your sheets?
Which
I didn't hate.
No, no,
see you in the streets and in your sheets.
no. We gotta keep that, please.
Dude, you're so red right now.
Sorry,
Okay.
dude.
Oh no.
Just finish by looking at the camera. And say, I'll do it for you. Oh fuck, buddy. Woo! And don't worry, Vancouver sucks. We just keep talking that stick. Anything else you guys want to add?
No.
We'll see you on the streets, and we'll see you in your sheets.
Love it or hate it, baby.